Hey everyone, I am Henry, and today I'm going to be talking to you guys about Titanfall 2, this game that you're seeing right here, some more things I like about it. I've played this game quite a bit. I've genned it 1.5 times on my other account, and I'm well on my way to genning again on this account, and I've just found so many more things I need to tell you guys that I like about this game. So 5 things coming up right now. Joining me today are Max on the right and Maury on the left for this game of attrition on the map Dry Dock. Let's get right into it. 5 things that I really like about Titanfall 2. And, okay, I'm being a little bit disingenuous here. I have more than 5 things. So after I'm done with my main 5, come back afterwards, or just stick around, and you'll get some bonus ones. As well, in this episode, I do have another comic strip. It was kind of late in the making. I couldn't think of the idea right away. I thought I might not have a comic strip in this video, but I do. So happy for me and happy for you. Number 1. Unless you're playing in a game mode where it really matters, like pilot versus pilot, the game doesn't show you your deaths in the scoreboard. So this game has a much less of an emphasis on how many times you died, and more of an emphasis on what you're actually doing in each match. And I find that refreshing, and I like it a lot, and it takes the pressure off of getting a high KD. Of course, you can check your stats if you want to see what your KD is, if you go look in the stats area of the game, but you don't have to. And after each match, you're just like, oh, I got this many kills, and look at the score I got. In Amped Hardpoint, for example, you can get a high score even though I have a low number of deaths, just because you're playing the objective and it rewards you for that. And that's one of the great things about this game. It's no pressure and more fun. Number 2, they got rid of the traditional XP method of leveling up in a shooter like this, and they replaced it with something called merits. It's a lot different than using XP, and I really like it a lot. It's something different for once, and it's refreshing. And here, I'll just show you a video of after game report of showing me getting merits and stuff, so you can see what it looks like. And there you go, that's what it looks like at the end of a match typically, and it's totally different than other first-person shooters that I play, which is really neat. Number 3, you don't need to be a wall-running maniac in order to have fun playing this game. I know online you see lots of people play this game and they're running on the walls all the time, jumping in the air all the time, having a lot of fun, pretending they're Batman. But you know, you don't have to play like that to have fun. If you watch my gameplays, I don't play like that, but I still have fun. That's one of the things that lots of people won't tell you about this game. You don't need to wall run to enjoy it. Number 4, Titan. There's a lot to learn about Titans. Now, the Titanfall, you think, oh, the Titan in one Titan is the same as all the others, but you might think that if you haven't played the game. But if you have played the game, you know that every Titan needs to be played totally differently than every other Titan. Every Titan is its own little mini game. So you think you have the game mastered because you played one Titan, but no, if you haven't played the other Titans, there's a long way to go to mastering this game. And that's just a really cool aspect. It's like having a main game and then 6 little mini games inside of it, each one being its own Titan and learning how to use that Titan. Right here is kind of a boring part of the game, so I thought this is a perfect time for me to show you my latest comic strip. Here you go. Isn't that cute? I thought it was a great idea when I finally thought of it. It took me a while to think of that one. Hope you guys liked it. Number 5, I've saved the best, probably, I don't know, I think so, for last. It's not something that you see, it's not something that you hear, but it's definitely something that you feel. Can you guess what it is? Dedi servers. Dedicated servers. Yes, this game has dedicated servers across all platforms. So, if you're whining about lag in other platforms, well, come here, and hopefully you'll be close to one of those servers, and you won't have to worry about that. Of course, dedicated servers, as you might know, does not solve all your lag problems. If you have a bad connection to that server, well, it might still be a problem, but dedicated servers does sure go a long way to helping you have a more fun game, and I'm glad that Titanfall 2 has them. I'm just going over my list here, and I should have called this the 10 things that I like about Titanfall 2. Or, I mean, 10 more things that I like about Titanfall 2. Because I've done other videos about Titanfall 2 and how much I like them. Because I see 5 more things here. So, bonus. Yeah, okay, here we go. Let's go. Number 6. Hipfire is more useful. Some weapons you don't even need to ADS. You might be thinking, what? Why is this a good thing? Well, I like the variety that it gives. For example, if I'm using the Hemlock, I should probably be using ADS, especially for the people that are a little bit further away. But SMGs, close up, hipfire, yeah, it works a lot better than it does in other games like Call of Duty. I know I keep mentioning Call of Duty in this video and other videos, but it's the game that I played most besides this game. And so, yeah, hipfire works a lot better than it does in Call of Duty, especially for SMGs. And one of the favorite ones to use hipfire with is the Volt. Just so you know, in case you're interested, there you go. Give it a try, because it works out rather well. Hey, see that symbol to the right there? I think I have that on a t-shirt. Yeah, I have 2 Titanfall t-shirts from way back in the days of Titanfall 1. And I think that symbol was on one of them. Yeah, well, whatever. Where was I? Oh yes, SMGs and hipfire. Some people I've seen on YouTube, some really good players, they go a whole game only hipfiring. Just imagine that, only hipfiring with an LMG. I mean, SMG, not LMG, that would just be silly. But anyway, it's something you can do, and it's something that's cool, in my mind, at least. Number 7, in case you're counting, or number 2 of the bonus ones. People don't quit out of games. In general, people don't quit out of games as much in this game as they do in Call of Duty. I know, there it is again, whatever. Yeah, I've noticed that people stick around to the end a whole lot more, and therefore getting put into a game in progress happens a whole lot less. See, there's a battery. See, I just had a battery like that in my comic strip, if you noticed. Cool. Yeah, so that's a great thing about this game. You don't have to worry about your whole team quitting out on you like you do in other games, or the whole enemy team quitting out on you if you're doing really well. I mean, it does happen, don't get me wrong. It's not perfect, but it does happen less. And I really like that about this game. Number 8. There's only a few game modes. What? How is this a good thing? I think it's a good thing because then you'll have all the people concentrated in a fewer number of game modes, and you won't have some game modes where there's only 2 or 3 players and you can't find anybody to play with. Now, some of the PC people might be saying right now, what you talking about there, Henry? I am not finding a lot of people in the game modes that I want to play. But that's on the PC. On the PS4, it's still pretty good in almost any game mode that you want to play. So, there you go. You have fewer game modes, so you have more people in each playlist, and it's just less confusing, and it's just more holistic. I don't like the fact that Call of Duty has a bazillion game modes with everybody spread out all over the place. It's just a personal preference of mine. I don't know if you agree with me on this one or not, but it's a free world. You don't have to. Number 9, infinite ammo. Well, except for anti-Titan weapons, which you need to enter your Titan to replenish. But in general, all your main weapons, they have infinite ammo. So you don't need to have a scavenger pack, you don't need to worry about running out of ammo, you don't need to worry about picking up other guns. It's just a big burden lifted off your shoulders. I mean, you don't really know what a pain in the butt it is to have to worry about ammo until you don't have to worry about ammo. Number 10. I don't know. I was thinking as I looked at this one, maybe I should have made this the best one of all. It shouldn't have been a bonus one for sure. It should have been one of the top 5, even better than the dedicated servers. At least for me, this is a big pet peeve of mine, and here it is. Asymmetrical maps. What? You don't have to have symmetrical maps all the time? Now, I say this as you're looking at one of the most symmetrical maps in the game, unfortunately, but symmetrical maps are a real bummer, and this game does not have all symmetrical maps. Most of the maps are asymmetrical, which I like. You don't have to have the same thing on every side, making the game boring, blah 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 blah. Now yeah, they are a little symmetrical, but it's better than nothing. Now that brings me to the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and please leave a comment below about what you think about my 10 points about why this game is fun. And I'm asking you to please leave a comment below. Every time I ask you to leave a comment below actually addressing a certain topic, you guys never do and say other things. Why is that? So what do you guys think about my 10 things? Do you guys have anything to add? I'd really like to know. Leave it in the comments below. Rate, comment, subscribe. If you feel like it, it's up to you. Thank you so much for dropping by. Here you can see my big round subscribe button. Please subscribe if you will. Also, you can see 2 videos that you can check out. It would be awesome if you could. This is Henry, over and out.